Dear students, welcome to my live class. It's a long time I have been out of your sight. Today I am going to discuss on a new topic. Actually, in my previous class, I have discussed on graph and search writing. Students, can you hear me clearly? And also, is the screen seen clearly? Please, if you ensure me, I will be. Is there any problem of? Walaikum assalam, Kari Adri, Inki Adajat. Is the sound and also screen seen clearly? Students, I am using screen only because to describe how to write summary and the points of writing summary. It is something different. Only writing on board cannot clarify it clearly. And there are some rules. If I would be in front of you, that would be different thing. Since I am taking classes using different process or using device, so I think this technique will be helpful for you to understand the topic. Actually, summary writing, this topic is very much new to you. Jafrin J 119, welcome to you all. And students, those who are joining, and my guardians, all of you, assalamu alaikum. From the very beginning, you are trying to join here. Okay, students, try to ensure your attendance as well as try to be attentive in the class. Attentive to class, it is very much helpful for you to understand this. Actually, without having good conception about the topics, right, summary writing or graph or search writing, you may not be able to write something properly. Although you are learning it, students, I know you are familiar with this topic, summary writing, but since it was not in your syllabus, you may not be able to understand what is summary writing. Here, I am trying to show it here. Here, I am trying to show you this cursor. I think you can see the cursor here. This one, and that is red. Now it is green one. You can see here there is a paragraph or passage. This is for writing a summary of this passage. You need to understand some rules or systems. You need to be habituated some points that can help you to write a good summary. Here you can see summary of this passage here, this cursor you can see here, this one, which is now in yellow mark. This is the summary, the passage which I have shown you here, this passage. This is the passage, and you can see here this red one is the passage, and here it is the summary. Clear? So now how to write a summary, I will try to discuss it here. Let us go. What points should be kept in mind to write a good summary? You can see here summary principles. That is the principles, the points which are necessary to write a summary. I will try to discuss different points, and I think it is only one class that will be guideline of your next preparation, because I will not show you these kinds of systems later, which I am showing now. So students, those who are here now with me and those who are attending here, please listen to me. Every day a lot of things happen all over the world, but time is short and there is not enough space to cover all the details in newspapers or TV magazines, like reporters, like everybody else. You must try to save time and keep reports as short as is possible. To cut a long story short, it is to sum up. To cut a long story short, it is to sum up. Okay. Now, how to sum up a passage? For writing a summary, you will need to read a passage, and this passage, I think I have already announced, a passage will be given and you will read the passage, try to understand the passage and write a summary or précis, you know, it is précis also. That is whole idea in a limited, described in a limited way, but main points must be touched. For writing summary, remember it is, you will try to catch the whole conception, but you will describe in briefly, and you will try to describe it accurately that described in the main passage. This is actually a summary. So you can see here summing up. What will you do to write a summary? You can see here the point. The original text is cut to about 1/3. So first condition is the original text is cut to 1/3. Remember it is 1/3. That is, to write a summary, try to write the original text within 1/3. Very interesting is that in your question number 5, the passage or the question will indicate that you will write the summary of the passage within 70 words. So remember it is, here summing up is a technique that you will write summary of 1/3 of the passage. Okay, number 2, only the main ideas are mentioned. That means that no examples or repetition. That is, if you want to write a summary, don't try to repeat or don't try to give examples. No examples or repetitions. Number 2. Number 3, specific statements. That is, you will read many things about any matter, about any topic, about any problem, but you will try to specify which points are necessary, which points can be highlighted, can be given attention. No need that you will write whole passage, copy the whole passage and make something blah blah. I don't want it. Specific statements are combined to form general statements. So specific, you can see here bold letter, and general statements here. Number 4, direct or report speech are changed into statements. That is, if you see any kinds of narrative passages, that is, passages are written in direct way, direct narration, you will try to make it a statement. Don't try to write direct speeches, or direct speeches will be made statement. So what you have learned here, I think it is clear. Don't repeat or don't copy from the question. Actually, it is not expected, although some students and somewhere it is happening. But I must suggest that for writing a good summary, try yourself to use your language. Okay, I shall try to describe more points related to this topic, summary writing. You can here see yellow points. Sorry. When you have to sum up written text, follow these hints. Suppose when you will write this text, follow this format. When you have to sum up, I repeat it, it is highlighted now, it is red sign. When you have to sum up written text, follow these hints. Number 1, read the text quickly in order to find the main ideas. That is called skimming. Here you can see skimming. That is, to write summary, read the text quickly in order to find the main ideas. That is called skimming. That is, no need to understand the passage, just go through the passage. Number 1, no need to understand the passage, just give an idea. It is called a glance, and it is called skimming. Read the text quickly in order to find the main ideas. That is called skimming. Number 2, if necessary, you can see here, if necessary, look at special passages of the text in order to make clear that you have got all the main ideas. It is scanning. That is skimming, scanning. Be careful. Number 3, take a pencil and underline the most important points. That is marking. Take a pencil and underline the most important words. That is marking. Some words are very important. Some words carries the meaning of the whole passage, can give you hints about the whole passage. So try yourself to point or to underline the main points. That is important words, marking. Now number 4, you can see here, number 4, write down keywords. For example, words that sum up the meaning of the text. There are some words in the passage. You can see, actually these words can sense or can highlight the whole passage or main points of the passage. So write down keywords, words that sum up words that sum up the meaning of the text, but which need not necessarily occur in the text. That is, you will point out them, but you need not to write them directly from it. Just point it. Okay? That is making notes. Number 5, sum up the keywords. This is sum up the keywords in simple sentences. Okay, now you have read the passage. You can see many tough words or difficult words. You cannot understand some phrases. You can understand something that can give you a good conception. But you have got an idea. So try to write the idea in simple sentences, not complex or compound sentences. Try to write. Most of the cases, this is the easy way. Yes, this is the easy way to express yourself clearly, because whenever you use complex or compound sentence, you may not be able to write it accurately, and you may not be able to express your conception clearly because of lacking a limitation of your grammatical points. So if you use simple sentences and if you can apply it accurately or correctly, the teacher will be happy. The teacher will try to mark you positively. So some of the keywords in simple sentences. And number 6, combine the simple sentence by using conjunction like as, though, because, since, etc. or participle constructing or in. That is, if you simple form, that is, you have understood it, and now if you think that you are quite confident about it, now you can write this way and applying compound or complex sentence. So these two, 5 and 6, first arrange it simple way in your mind, and next try to write it using conjunctions, or I think using complex or compound sentence if it is necessary. And number 7, last one, compare the original text with your text to find out that you have got the essential information. Very important. Very important. You have written the summary, but you have missed some main points. You have written summary, but you have missed main points. That will not carry good marks for you, because what is written in the passage and what are the main points, this is very much necessary for understanding a passage. Students, this is another way of describing a summary, and I think I shall discuss briefly about this. What is summary procedures now then? What is the procedure? And I think the procedure is that understand the text, number 1. Number 2, underline the sentences which are important for the summary. Number 3, divide the text into paragraphs, or divide the text according to a sense, ideas, conception, development. Divide the text according to your conception development. That is, if you are clear about the passage, then you will try to divide it. Which points should be given, or which should be highlighted. And students, assalamu alaikum. Ismail, Hossain, thank you, you are late. BS1 postage. Students, those who are joining late, sorry to say, you have missed the Sayyid Mubashir Hadar, Hossain. Don't try to draw concentration to other purpose. Just give attention to class. Okay? So next. And Ismail, Hossain, thank you. And okay, so those who have missed the past 10 minutes, I think they have missed main points also. To write summary, understand the text, underline the sentences which are important for the summary, divide the text into paragraphs, find heading for the different paragraphs. I think find heading, that is one kind of writing composition. It is heading means here, but it is not need to point out this heading. It is just to keep in your mind how will you go ahead, how will you progress for writing a summary. Number 5, you can see, write down keywords which are important for the summary. It is very important, keywords. If necessary, transform direct speech into a reported speech. Can use only if there is an important idea or fact in it. If necessary, transform direct speech to indirect speech. That is, I have already told it. Don't try to apply direct speech. Try to explain or express it in indirect speech. Write summary. Another one very important. In your own words, using conjunctions, relative clauses, or participle constructions. Okay. Now warning. Here I have discussed what things you should do. Now I am going to discuss what things you should not. Okay? First one, don't start before you have finished reading and understand the text. Just to write a summary, don't start before you have finished reading and understanding the text. Very important. Number 2, don't panic at all. If you know what to write, you will find that you can write it down quickly. Don't panic at all. If you know what to write, you will find that you can write it down quickly. That is, sometimes whenever you get question and that the passage is something confusing, you cannot understand, you cannot realize what to do, what words are, what is the passage about, and you are in an acute condition, you are something panicked. In this case, you should not be so much panicked from the very beginning. Don't be panic at all. If you know that what to write, you will find that you can. But now if you have these kinds of passions, you can have these kinds of ability to catch, to go nearby of the sense, I think you may write good summary. So it does not mean that you will be panicked from the very beginning. And I am one thing to say, that my students are very much good at English, so you have no need, you don't need to be panicked about, because in Bengali medium schools this is a problem, because all words are very much unknown to all, and as a result they cannot understand, realize the main point, and sometimes they face problem to write summary or such kinds of passages. Yet I want to remind my students, please always try to learn word meanings, phrase meanings, idioms and phrases, and appropriate prepositions. You may know only using prepositions, the meaning of the word changes. So the meaning of a word changes. So it is very much necessary to know, to understand the meaning and also application of use of prepositions. I discussed it from the very beginning of the classes. The influence of preposition, the influence of idioms and phrases, and as well as the influence of learning word meaning. Now students, last one, be accurate. Never change the meaning of the original. Try to be accurate. So number 3, be accurate. Never change the meaning of the original. So it is interesting. It is important. Students, I have seen, I can see that some students are ardently following me and also writing something comments box. Student, do you have any query or question related to this topic now and which I am discussing? If you have, you can again write in the comment box. Thank you very much. Invite দিয়ে তোমাকে তো invite দিয়ে ক্লাসে আনলাম। Thank you, Fatinur. And students, okay, I want to reread the passage again. Here you can see, don't start before you have finished reading and understanding the text. অর্থাৎ before writing summary, try to understand the passage. This is very much urgent, very much necessary. Okay, thank you. Saeed Mubashir, no question. And number 2, don't panic at all. Don't panic at all. Don't be panic. Try yourself to understand it. Take time and try to write answer. And number 3, be accurate. That is, try to write answer accurately so that you can. Okay, students, now I am going to discuss more point that will be also helpful for you here. Summary rules for writing. More other rules. Already I have discussed it. Now I am just reading it out to give you more conception or to make idea clear, which already I have discussed. Number 1, find important facts, statements and ideas. Already we have discussed it. Leave all statistics. One thing very important. Leave all statistics, dates and names, quotations, details and comparison, examples, opinions and decorating expressions unless they are important for the understanding of the text. That is, in the passage, leave all statistics, dates, names, quotation, detail and comparison. That is, in the passage you will get dates, quotation, detail, comparison, examples, opinions, decorative expressions. Try to avoid these kinds of points for writing summary. Very important. Leave all statistics, dates, names. If they are not important, if they are not necessary too much to mention, try to avoid it. Leave statistics, dates, names, quotation, details and comparison, examples, opinions and decorative expressions unless they are important. Another thing I'm saying, unless they are important for the understanding of the text. Unless they are important for the understanding of the text. Am I clear? This is, you can say, unless they are, if they are very much important, then you can try to mention it. And you can see here, cut the original text into 1/3. Cut the original text to 1/3. Already I have told it, I have mentioned it. Cut original text to 1/3. Summary writing. And next one, the summary is usually written by the present tense. You can see which tense you will apply, past tense or present. The summary is usually written in the present tense. The summary is usually written in the present tense. Be careful about it. So catch the point, try to understand the points and express or describe it mostly in the present tense. But sometimes I noticed you need past tense. Here it is written, but past tense events may be reported in the past, future event may be reported in the future. Okay? But past events may be reported in the past, future events may be reported in the future. So past event may be reported in the past and future events may be in future যদি প্রয়োজন হয়. I repeat, but past events may be reported in the past, that is if it is necessary. And যদি এমনটা হয় যে past tenseটা বর্ণনা করতে হবে past tense-এ, তাহলে তুমি past tense করবে। আর যদি বল না, most of the cases try to write in present tense. Next, statements or question which were made in the past may be reported in the past tense or first perfect tense. Look, statements or questions which were made in the past, that is the passage which you have read, the passage which you have read, if you think that you need to discuss in past tense, be careful to apply it. Okay, and there are many other such kinds of rules. I am to go to next one, how to write summary 8 in 8 easy steps. Here I will discuss only the points. See, divide the passage. First, skim through, that is 1. Skim through, number 1. Read, that is scanning, I've already told it. And reread, that is clear conception about it. Number 4, try to express in one sentence, not using complex or compound sentence if it is not necessary. And number 5, write a thesis statement, that is gist point. Write a thesis statement, that is gist of the passage. I have already told it and you know it. Ready to write, লিখতে শুরু করা, and check for accuracy. And now whenever you have completed writing summary, check it for how much it is accurate, how much it is related to the passage, how much it is to the point, and last of all revise, which is done very much, which is always done. Now I will try to read a passage that is related to summary writing, and this is the number 4. Students, you will join with me since I have no option to this one, number 4. You will join with me, and since there is no way to say your ability, I want to discuss it or read it and try, and summary also, an answer is given here. Okay, let us see. This is the passage, you can see. This is the passage here, about 1 page, and it is typewritten, so it is not so small. Students, those who are leaving the class, sorry to say, without excuse you are leaving. You don't have any work to do, or I think you don't have such kinds of emergency to leave the class. Okay, so here is a passage. I have time to discuss it, 14 minutes time I have. With the invention of televisions, many forms of entertainment have been replaced. Lively programs like television, serials, and world news have removed from us the need to read books or papers, to listen to radios, or even to watch movies. In fact, during the 1970s, when televisions were first introduced, cinema theaters suffered great losses as many people choose to stay in comforts of their homes to watch their favorite programs. Next passage, this one. Indeed, televisions brings the world into our house. Hence, by staying at home and refreshing some patterns, world's happening are immediately presented before us. Children nowadays develop faster in language owing to early exposure to television programs. At such a tender age, it would be difficult for them to read books or papers. Thus, television programs are a good source of learning for them. Furthermore, pronunciations by the newscasters, actors or actresses are usually standardized. Hence, young children watching these programs will learn the right pronunciations too. Owing to our television is also extremely beneficial to working parents who are usually too busy or tired to take their kids out for entertainments. Surrounded by the comforts of their home, the family can have a chance to get together and watch their favorite television programs. Here is me. This is okay. Of course, we should not be too carried away by the advantages of the televisions and overlook its negative points. Watching television's program takes away our need to read. Why bother to read the papers when we can hear them from the television news reports? I repeat it. Why bother to read the papers when we can hear them from the television news reports? Question mark. Okay. Why? Oh my God. Sorry, Kiel. Something wrong? Students, is there any problem of seeing me? Sorry. I think there is a problem of seeing the task. Sorry. Students, sorry. Okay, now you can see, I think, problem is there. Okay, here I am. Please look at me. Of course, we should not be too carried away by the advantage of television to overlook its negative points. Watching television program takes away our need to read. Why bother to read the papers when we can hear them from the television news reports? Why read books when exciting movies are screened? The lack of reading is unhealthy, especially to younger children, as they will grow up only with the ability to speak but not write. Okay, I have a neighbor whose 6 years old child can say complete sentence like I like cats, but when told to write out the sentence, is unable to do so. Not only are the writing skills of children affected, their thinking capacities are also handicapped. Television programs remove the need to think. The stories, ideas, and facts are woven in the way television planners want it. Exposure to such opinions and The lack of thinking opportunities will hinder the children's analyzing ability. So here the passage I have read out, it is a passage about users and I think some cases abuses of television. Now let us see what is the summary of the passage. Okay, some points are given. Last some lines. Despite the disadvantage of watching television programs, personally I think that choosing the middle path, which is to do selective television viewing and not overindulging in the habit should be the best solution to reconcile both the merits and demerits of owning a television. I repeat it. Despite the disadvantages of watching television programs, personally, I think that choosing the middle path, which is to selective television viewing and not overindulging in the habit, should be the best solution to reconcile both the merits and demerits of television. So here, this is the passage which I have read out, and to write a summary of this passage and these types of passages, you need to write the summary. Now let us see, here is the answer of this passage. Summary. This is the answer of the passage. It is 119 words. One thing I want to remind you, my dear students, in your exam questions, information or I think direction is given that you will write 70 words, but unfortunately students cannot write it within 70 words. So here you can see this passage is 119 words. Now let us see how to write and how this summary is written. Already I have read the passage. You also are with me. You are also with me. So it is Farhan Shandid. Thank you very much. Everything is clear. So I am so happy that you are clear, because it is only one class about this topic. It is one class about this topic. First class, I think it is first class related to this topic. So summary. Here this is the passage, and usually we are instructed to write the passage within one third portion of the in comparison with the passage. So here you can see the television keeps us informed of world affairs. You can see here summary. Early exposure to television programs helps to develop the language skills of young children. So already we have seen it in the passage. So which things highlight? These children can also learn to pronounce words accurately because of the standardized pronunciation in the programs. Already we have read in the passage. In a family where both the parents are working, the television provides the family an opportunity to get together at leisure times. That is main points. One disadvantage of watching television program is that we do less reading and hence our writing skills are affected. It is also discussed in the passage, you know it, and also it is important point. Next, younger children may learn to speak but not write from television programs. Younger children may write to speak but not write from television programs. Problem is that they may speak but cannot write. Furthermore, television programs often spare viewers, especially the young ones, from pondering upon opinions presented before, which will in turn handicap their ability to analyze the facts. I believe this is the summary which is very much accurate and to the point of this passage. I think this is the passage which is very much accurate and to the point as a summary of this passage. So, students, Can you understand this? And already some students have written that they have understood it. Have you understood it, Mr. Students? Everything is clear, sir. Farhan Chandid and Shaheed bin Islam Sayams. No, sir. What is the problem? No, sir means you cannot understand. বাংলায় যাকে বলি তোমরা সারাংশ লিখে থাকো। সারাংশ বাংলায় তোমাদের বইতে তোমরা অনেকেই সারাংশ মুখস্থ করো, অত্যন্ত দুঃখের বিষয়। সারাংশ মুখস্থ করার বিষয় হচ্ছে সারাংশ বুঝে লিখতে হয় এবং লেখার নিয়ম হচ্ছে মূল প্যাসেজের 1/3 বাংলায় বলছি। সেই সারাংশ লিখতে হলে তোমাকে মূল প্যাসেজটা বুঝতে হবে। সেই প্যাসেজটা বুঝে যেটা লেখো সেটা হচ্ছে সারাংশ। আর ইংলিশে হচ্ছে সামারি, দ্যাট ইজ read the passage carefully, attentively, try to keep in mind the notes, these points which I have discussed. Whenever you can understand these points, whenever you will keep these points in mind and try to present your writing, not copying thoroughly from the question paper, it will be a good summary. Many students try to copy, to note it from the question paper directly and also sometimes thoroughly. It is not expected. It is not at all a good summary. For writing good summary, I believe you will try to follow these notes. Those who have not joined this class, those who could not join this class, I will request them to read or to watch this class from the FB group. Students, these types of topic will not be discussed again. From the next class, I shall try to discuss on writing part. Maybe it will be later email or later. And students, today I want to give you home task. Try to write summary from model question 1 to 5 of your prescribed book. CH, I think which book I want to mention you can understand. Try to write summary, reading passage from the book which is prescribed English version books, Chaudhary and Hossain. First 5 models. Question number 5, write summary of the passages. And those who are regular students, those who are sincere students, I think you will write it with great respect to the teachers. You will obey the information. And here I request you, I will again write it in the Facebook group, which are your homework. Try to write summary model question 1 to 5, question number 5 of your books, prescribed books. You know it, what book it is. Thank you very much, all of you, those who are here with me, all of you students. Again, thanks. Assalamu alaikum all. Okay, students. Thank you all for joining with me. Good luck. All the guardians, those who are here, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Goodbye. Good luck all. Keep well, keep fine. And don't go outside without any emergency because the situation is very much critical now. Good luck. Assalamu alaikum all of you.